What's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and a crazy life that is a digital asset space. What's good, guys? What is going on? Happy Wednesday. Wealth Wednesdays, guys. Generational wealth strategies. Special guest with a special guest, DeepMindlab Visioneers is going to be here. Guys, it's going to be really, really good. I'm really excited for you guys. Nate B is first. What's good, Nate B? Ryan Schrader's in the about that. Guys, don't forget to smash a like on the way in. This is going to be really, really fun. Really looking forward to this. Questions. We're going to cover some stuff. PJ Jackson's in the building. When Mullet is back. All right, what is going on, guys? Frog in the well. I made it. What's up, Siege? Next up, man. Generational Wealth Wednesdays. Yes, guys, it's going to be really, really good to talk with DeepMind. The guy is one sharp dude. I'll tell you that right now. And guys, you know, when we started this Wealth Wednesday, this was about us learning together. You know, this is about us learning together, but, you know, about being in wealth consciousness. You know, that's what it's all about. 25 people in the stream, 9 likes. If you haven't had a chance yet, smash a like on the way in. It's a good time to take. We're going to get to talk with DeepMind. It's going to be really, really cool. We're going to talk about why you want to put a wealth team together, what it consists of, these different things. And so it's going to be blockchain main. Let's go. What's good, blockchain main? 16 crypto is building. What's up with you, 416 crypto? Yeah, guys. And so what we're probably going to do is if you guys got some questions, put them in the chat. And we'll make sure that we cover those with DeepMind. So if you got any kind of questions, Robert Westberg is in the building. What's the good word tonight? Wealth consciousness, man. What's going on, Robert? What's going on with this market, man? I'm like, what? Leanne Azar, ready for a great stream. How about that, Leanne? Appreciate you being here. I don't think I've seen you before. Where are you checking in from, Leanne? XRP Rocket Man is back. What's good, XRP Rocket Man? 30 people, 21 likes. You guys are killing it. You guys are making that happen. Lots of new people in that earlier stream. Isn't that interesting? 5 o'clock stream had some new people in there for sure. That was really, really cool. Yeah, I got a business call to do around 8:30, so that should work out perfect. So Valerie says it's ready. So guys, if you got any questions, think about them now, and then we get DeepMind on, we'll have them. So maybe write them down so you can chat them out real quick when we get them on the line. So we'll let you know when we want you to chat, when we want you to put those questions in the chat, and then we'll cover them. Questions. It's going to be really, really good. So I wanted to go over a couple of things. One of them was, what does a wealth strategy team look like? So let me cover some. Yeah, so we're going to cover some things. Wait for a few more people to check in. Matthew Pecorella is in the building. How you doing, Matthew? Looking forward to this. Yeah, it's going to be good. DeepMind's definitely going to. The Crypto Caveman. Hey, Siege, what's up with you, Crypto Caveman? Midwest, usually listen in. Okay, Leanne, I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. Contributing to the channel. That is very, very cool from the Midwest, huh? Yeah, we had a couple people from Chi-Town on. Rich Johnson was in from Chi-Town. From Chicago. Eli's in the building. What's good, Eli? How are you, bro? One Royal Sun, check back in. One Royal Sun. You're from Richmond also. Wow. Because Angelise was from Richmond also. One Royal Sun. Good to see you in the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Synetic says hello again. Huh. Hello. Hey, Joseph C. Hey, C's. Happy Wealth Wednesday. Happy Wealth Wednesday to you, hey, Joseph C. Good to see you. Tyson Bailey, what is in the building? Good day, Siege. What's good with you, Tyson? Wow, D-Mac is checking in from Philly. Okay. Okay, what's good? What's good, D-Mac? Good to see you in the stream, man. Are you first time to the channel, my friend? I don't think I've seen that name before. It's good to see you here. XR Free Me is like deja vu. I know, right? Thank you, Leanne. Definitely will. Appreciate that. Matt LaRoche. Hey, mate. What's good, Matt LaRoche? I forgot to check my email, too. I think not Win Mullet, Danny Loft. Danny Loft was supposed to be emailing. Derek P is in the building. Good morning, XRP_intelligence from Darwin, Northern Territory, Australia. Morning, C's. Just listening today at 9:30 a.m. Territory time. Wow. Well, I appreciate you being here. Good morning to you, Derek P. The market's green. Crazy. What's going on with this market, man? Let me see what's up. Oh, what is this? You did? You did, Win Mullet? I got it, bro. I got it, Win Mullet. I just saw it. Thank you, man. Thanks for the heads up, brother. Yep, I got it, bro. Thank you. We'll take care of him, man. Appreciate that. E-Man is in the building. Yo, what's good? Good, E-Man. So, guys, it's here. Why a financial team is better than a single advisor. Why a financial team is better than a single advisor. So we're going to talk about that. It's hugely important. Why a team of advisors is better than a single advisor. Imagine you're the head of an NBA team. How long would you tenure last if you decided your team was solely of LeBron James? Yes, he's a fantastic basketball player, arguably the greatest of all time, but he'd never be able to compete with the skill set of the entire Golden State starting lineup. Daunting mix of highly skilled specialists at each together to reach a goal. Financial planning is much. One advisor cannot provide the same quality of service as a team of specialized advisors. They simply don't have the technical expertise, have all the technical expertise necessary to produce the best results for the client. Let me change the view here. So just in case you guys want to read along. Your CPA advisors on tax planning and filing tax returns. Your attorney helps on any number of issues, including setting up a business, litigation, business succession, estate planning, or divorce. And your financial planner leads the charge in helping achieve your financial goals. An effective group of advisors will bounce ideas off each other, working together just like a well-trained team of basketball players, and uncover the best strategies for achieving their client's goal. Why financial advisors and accountants should communicate. Okay, so we all know that. Why financial planners and attorneys should communicate, right? So we all know that they should talk amongst each other. But the idea behind this article is we understand that we need a team. We need a financial team behind us. Very, very important and hugely important. So here's another one that I got. Okay. How to assemble your financial A team. Your financial A team. This is from money.usnews.com. In a world where regular banks are often threatened by forgotten budgets, half-baked retirement plans, and inscrutable legalese, there's only one team that can protect your financial your financial interests while helping you plan for the future. This sounds like a job for your financial A team. Yes, sometimes you need to bring on a financial professional or four to rescue your finances. Your team of financial superheroes should include a range of specialists who can help you identify your goals, save money on taxes, and draft up legal paperwork. Whom you decide to bring on board will depend on your age, your goals, and the complexity of your financial situation. The higher the net worth, the more team members you typically need, says Kelly Graves, a certified financial planner and partner at Carroll Financial Associates in Charlotte, North Carolina. Here's a who's who of the pros you should consider recruiting to your financial team. Okay, a financial planner, a tax professional, an estate planning attorney. So guys, I think one of the most important things too about the team is understanding, you progress from a team to maybe you progress from your financial A team to perhaps a financial wealth management team, right? And so you want to start that team today, no matter kind of where you are, no matter what you're expecting to get from this moon. Not everyone's going to get the same thing from this bull run, right? Some people are going to get tens of thousands. Some people are going to get 100 to 300,000, right? Some people are going to get 500,000 to 2 million, right? Some people are going to get from 2 million to 10 million, right? And so we have to start where we are. We can never kind of go from where we think we should be. We have to start from where we are, right? So the idea is you want to begin to put this team together, right? You want to start now and putting that team together. You see that Alex Yeet is in the building. Be careful driving, brother. Staff Sergeant in the Marines is back. What's good, Staff Sergeant? Tyson Bailey says V-Chain is my pension. I hear that, bro. I don't know if this. Let me see what's up with V-Chain right now because I have a few dollars. Yep. Looks like. Oh, good. Oh yeah, definitely. 4 out of the 5 minus, so they're all in the red. So that's a good time to get some stuff. It's a good time to get some stuff. Shavo Mofo, what's going on? Good to see you in the stream, Shavo Mofo. Did you guys copy that? So let me go over that again. So you want a financial planner, you want a tax professional, you want an estate planning attorney, not just a regular attorney, but also an estate planning attorney, right? So we all know what the financial planner for. That's kind of the guy, this girl who's going to kind of look at your overall situation, right? Your overall situation. And do we want them to be familiar with digital assets? Absolutely. Are they likely to be familiar with it? Not likely. DeepMind is going to explain why that is when he calls in. So Let me check with him and make sure he's calling in key time. I'm sure he's listening. Good. But so, right, so financial planner, tax professional, estate planning attorney, insurance broker. Okay, let me read maybe a paragraph on each one. I don't want to go into too much detail, but you guys get the drift, right? A financial planner. A financial planner is a quarterback of your money team. This professional can review your financial statements, identify goals, and address questions. As team captain, he or she will also coordinate with the rest of your financial team, sharing regular reports and coaching you through your interactions with legal and tax specialists. It's very important to understand that. The cost of retaining a financial planner varies widely depending on his or her fee structure, location, and services offered. You might expect to pay around $150 or more per hour, or 0.5 to 1.5% of assets. Don't be bashful. Make sure to ask Make sure to ask about this fee up front when you're interviewing potential planners. We're going to cover that as well, about the ask and about how you ask and about what you ask. We're going to cover that without question. Tax professional, we all know that, right? If your tax situation requires more expertise than your online tax filing software program provides, then a tax professional may be worth adding to your financial team. If you're already working with a financial advisor whom you like, ask him or her for a referral, since it's essential that your pros communicate and work well together. Experts say, consider seeking someone with a CPA designation, which means you're dealing with an accountant qualified through rigorous testing and licensing. Okay, and the next one is an estate planning attorney. Depending on your age and family situation, you may want to hire an estate planning attorney who can help you draft essential legal documents such as a will, advanced healthcare directive, and durable power of attorney. Experts recommend finding a law professional who specializes in this kind of end-of-life planning work. I feel real strongly that you don't get the person who did your family's traffic ticket this month and is next month's putting your estates together. You don't want to do that. All right. What you'll end up paying ranges. You may pay a flat fee for several $100s for an attorney. So you might pay a flat fee of several hundred for an attorney to write up common legal documents, or you may pay an hourly rate. People in the province of Rhode Island generally pay $2,000 to $4,000 for more advanced estate planning, depending on the law firm, says Jason. The good news is that you don't necessarily have to meet with this pro that often. Right? A financial planner can tell you when a life change or tweak in the law makes it necessary to reconnect with your estate attorney and update your plan. All right? So anytime, DeepMind, I'm having him call him anytime he's ready. I got to make sure my Bluetooth is on. It's all good. That's all set up, guys. So there you got it. That gives you an idea of the team. It looks like DeepMind's calling it now. Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep, you're on Bluetooth. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good. So what's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
Doing great, man. Just checking out your stream, I feel like the information will be useful, man. So,
yeah.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I think it's going to be really good. So, guys, we got DeepMind on the phone. We got DeepMind on the
What's
phone.
going on, family? What's going on, family?
Let me see what's going on with this chat. See what's up, man. Yeah, did you cut that stream earlier? I did. That was a crazy one, man. I was like,
I did. I was just kind of lurking in the background.
Oh, you were?
I mean, I just feel like your streams are really amazing, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Let me say a couple of things real quick.
Yeah, man.
I want to say thank you, Siege, because your channel, I feel like your channel, the strategy that you're using, the way you interact with your family, really you and your channel, is really quite amazing to me. I really love your work, and the value that you're actually sharing with your community members is amazing.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Really tremendous for that, right? So
thank you, man.
You're really doing a great service, so keep up the great job, man.
Absolutely, bro. I definitely appreciate that, man. Without question, I definitely appreciate that. Guys, we got DeepMind on the phone, guys. We're going to have a good time tonight, without question. M. Grimes, it's good to see you. Listen, Wealth Wednesday today, we're going to talk about putting together a team, how you put together a team, why you want to put together a team. And DeepMind's actually going to share a little bit of his journey, what he's been doing, and putting together another team, right? Because, that happens, right? You put together a team for one particular thing that you're doing in one particular venture and timing in your life. And then when you move on to the next thing, right, you need another team, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I guess I should explain a little bit.
Yeah.
So part of my background, I have a very interesting background where it really deals with the legal industry, right? Not to go into too
right. Sure.
So I've done a number of years in the legal industry.
Mm-hmm.
I also worked for a number of blue chip, well-known brands, corporations that you would know if I told you
right.
in various different roles. But I also was an entrepreneur for a few years in a startup, and we also raised some funding, and we actually launched a product. So, I also was a blue-collar guy very early on in my career track as well. So, hanging around well-to-do or what some would say elite, how they lived and how they sort of moved.
Sure.
And I was able to pick up a lot of information, actually. And I was able to really gain a lot of value from my entire experience. So when I got into this space very early on, actually, I was introduced to a coworker of mine, believe it or not, back in about 2011, Bitcoin.
Oh, wow.
And, I was a market guy, stocks, bonds, options, and, also have these competitions as day trade today, see who can make the most money. So when he brought this Bitcoin thing to me, what is digital coin? What nerds and what? No, I'm good, right?
Right.
So he bought Bitcoin.
Wow.
And it was my understanding he went pretty heavy in on it. So and frankly, after a short time after that period of time, he literally disappeared.
Wow.
He quit his job and the guy literally disappeared from the face of the planet. So, did he, go to some, far off land and who knows?
Right.
But that was my first sort of intro into crypto. It was an absolute failure, right? And sometime later on, okay, what is this stuff I'm hearing about, this Bitcoin thing again? Let me look into it. Really wasn't for me, and then I started looking around. Hey, what else is out here, right? And like you, Siege, I came in around the same time, right? Connecting.
Yeah.
Left a really bad taste in my mouth, and eventually I found XRP, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I really started doing my homework, and I realized, oh my God, how come I never knew about this, right? And so, here we are today. So, but getting to the point about team, I want to make a point.
Yep.
Being an entrepreneur and being a co-founder of a startup organization, building a team became so critical and so crucial. It literally can make or break you. You can be the smartest person in the world, the hardest worker. If you don't have a great team behind you, you're going to fail. And the analogy I like to use is, look, you can have the best quarterback in the world, right?
Yep.
He can throw 100,000 miles per hour, but who is going to catch the ball?
Right.
Who is going to bring it across the line, right? So with that process and experience that I had when I came into this space, I said, wow, so if XRP is really what they say it's going to be, and things work out as we think they're going to happen, right? I'm going to need a new team.
Yep.
People who are have special expertise, knowledge, access, And I'm going to need to build that team quickly, way in advance, right? Of that momentous day. Why? While you can think clearly, while you have time to really think, now is the time to do it.
Absolutely.
And I know that some people are a little bit resistant. Who am I, calling some big firm and putting, people through interviews, and I might sound silly. But I will tell you this. You're going to be responsible for your own wealth. No one else.
Right.
And you're going to need to learn how to conduct yourself in your business in a completely different way. You're no longer individual John Smith working at some company.
Yep.
You quit your job. Now you're John Smith, the entity.
Yep.
The corporate entity that now has responsibility for this wealth that you've generated.
Right.
And so you're going to have to move a little different. You're going to need to present yourself differently. So you might as well start practicing now.
That's
I just wanted to put that up there.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate that, because it is so important to prepare now, right? So it's better to be prepared and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. I mean, it is so important, guys. And DeepMind is speaking from experience. He's speaking from, from a background where he understands both the entrepreneurial spirit and also being, he said he was in the blue collar space as well, right? So this is a guy who's done well for himself, but has kind of gone up, right? He started one place and moved himself up and learned along the way. And so never ever think, don't look at where you are now. Look at where you're going to be, right? And so the definition of vision, right, is seeing something before the masses see it. And so you have to act as if you already have this wealth, right? So if that's the case, you want to have that team now. You want to have that team in place now.
Absolutely. And so let's talk about team, right?
Yep.
Dependent, and I think you touched on this slightly earlier, Siege, dependent on you, right? And I always like to slow down the conversation. Well, who are you, right?
Yep.
Well, I'm a 28-year-old male, married, unmarried, with children, without children. I have a mortgage and a whatever, right?
Yeah.
This is in my life.
Yep.
And assets that I was able to amass, I am projecting will be X in the next 12 months, right?
Yep.
And if that happens, what is my plan?
Right.
Well, this is what I'm going to suggest. And before I say that, we've got to do the traditional. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not an attorney.
Yep.
I'm not a licensed professional. Seek professional advice before making any decisions,
there
right?
There you go, guys.
So
absolutely. Yep.
Now, I'm going to give you my perspective on it, and you do what you want.
Right.
So let's talk about 3 different types of people, and we're going to run through this really quickly.
Okay.
And hopefully you can identify your own self within this paradigm, right?
Okay.
So, person A, you've heard about XRP and some other crypto, and you got in, and maybe your resources are very limited, right? You're, selling items, on eBay to try to scrape up some money, and that's great.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, you're limited, right?
That's
so
right.
Let's say you're able to amass 1,000 or 2,000 XRP, which is amazing because most people don't own any.
That's right. Exactly. Yep.
So the question for you is, what are you planning for? So at 1,000 or 2,000 XRP, I need, $500, right?
Yep.
For XRP before I can start thinking about pulling anything out.
Yep.
Now at that level, this is what I would recommend. This is my opinion.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
Have in mind, depending on how many you own, right?
Yep.
What is your personal debt level, right? If I've got, school loans and this and that, and it's, 20 grand, 30 grand, whatever.
Yep.
Figure out what that number is. And then get a separate number, right? This is the individual or a small group of people I'm going to need to pay in order to wrap all of this up.
Yep.
And what do I mean by this? I mean that once you figure out who you are, you might be in a position to consider personal bankruptcy.
Gotcha.
You might be in a position because you're in a failing business, right?
Right.
It's a small business that's struggling. You want to get out. So what I'm suggesting is, if you have small, limited amount of resources, what is the minimum for you to get out of personal debt? And if that's all you can really get out of XRP, right? If that's all you can say, I can't wait 5-10 years. I need instant relief because of what's happening in my life. That's fine. That's commendable, right? Absolutely. It worked as intended. You made an investment. You had a superior return, and here you go. So if that's all you can do, don't stress about it. It's fine. Don't care what other people have and what they're going to do on their cash out plan. Well, that's their life, right? Yeah. Don't stress about that stuff.
Absolutely. I love it.
If you find that there is more left over, right? You've got 50, 100 grand. Well, that's great. And I'm going to share some resources for people in that category, right?
Sure.
There is an organization. I'll tell you the name of it. It's called Zoe, Z-O-E Financial. And their website is http://zoefin.com. So it's zoefin.com.
Okay.
Now, this is a website you can go on to. You can say, look, I've got this amount of money. I need a certified financial planner. And a lot of those people there don't have any minimum, and they're all certified. Okay? So once you get out of that, they can say, well, look, you've got 50 to 100 to play with. Let's go ahead and get you into some products and services to help you build some of that up.
Sure.
And then, that's to your ability, and that's great. So that's a tool that you can use to find people in your area that's been pre-vetted for you.
Okay. Right? Okay. That's cool.
But you still need to ask your questions, right?
Yeah.
And vet yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's for the level one. I scraped together, and this is what I got, and I'm trying to make it work, right? And
Absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely. I love it. Yes.
The second person, Mary did well. She was able to, stack up a nice bag, whatever that means, right? 5,000, 10,000 plus XRP.
Sure.
Okay. Now that level, we're getting to a team now. Because depending again on your cash out, right?
Yeah.
If you're saying, look, I need $1,000 before I touch it, or 500, you play with the number.
Sure.
At that point, you are in a position to need a CPA. Okay?
Yeah.
A tax attorney. Now, sometimes you get that in one individual.
Right.
I do not recommend it.
Guys, that's important. He doesn't recommend that. I agree.
I do not recommend it.
Yep.
Okay? Ideally, you need a CPA, a tax attorney, depending again on your amount of XRP within that range, right? You may still need a financial planner, okay?
Yeah.
/ maybe wealth management.
Sure.
Maybe.
Right.
Dependent.
Right.
Now, here's the kicker with the financial planners, and this is very important. Whether you use the site I recommended earlier, or you find them on your own, part of your due diligence, you need to make sure they are certified and that they are, in fact, a fiduciary.
Yep.
They need to have this.
Got it.
That's to protect you and your interests. You still have to interview them. They have to pass all the other tests, right?
Yep.
You also will need an insurance person. And I mean insurance as in your life insurance, right? And this is part of the information Siege has been sharing with us with the Wealth Wednesdays, the books you can read to get your IQ up on that, because I always suggest you pre-educate yourself so you know what you need to know. If you call an insurance person after you're rich and say, hey, I need insurance, and there's a blank nothing at the end of that sentence, they're going to tell you everything in the book, right?
Right.
That's their job.
Right.
Now, don't forget, personal health care. No one talks about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're rich. Something happens to you. You need to have coverage to protect your assets, right?
Mm-hmm.
To protect you.
Yep.
Don't pass up on that, right?
Sure.
And lastly, you need an estate planner. Now, I will tell you, in the perfect world, you will find 3 out of those 4 under one roof as a firm.
Okay.
And not as individual sole proprietors. There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
So in my case, I did a shortcut because of my background. I've met so many attorneys. I work with hundreds of attorneys every day. I have a huge network, right?
Sure.
Pull from.
Sure.
So for me, I understand the pros and cons of working with firms versus sole proprietors. And for me, it's all about risk management, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is serious business.
Sure.
I need to know that the people who are touching my money, they all have a lot at risk with me, right? Licenses to lose, right?
Yeah.
Firms that have whole other guidelines and legal responsibilities, and I can't go into all that right now.
Right.
So for me, right, it's all about going with the firm, everything under one roof as much as possible.
Okay, I love it.
Now, finally, you're big balling. You know, you're crypto seeds, right? You've got, you know, who knows what.
Right.
And you're not worried about it.
Yeah.
Okay? You're going to need everybody before, plus a wealth management team.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you this right now. This is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
At that level of wealth, you don't want to play around with unknown brands.
Mm.
You want to go with the blue chip, the names you hear all the time, right?
Yeah.
Again, there's a reason for that. And so another reason for that, they tend to have the biggest Rolodexes. So as you seek out other opportunities in your life, you now have investment capital. You want the deepest pool of available investments, right?
Sure.
So they tend to be the most well-connected that can get you into investment classes and opportunities that the small guys they just can't access.
Absolutely.
So, you know, so that's the basic team.
Mm-hmm.
And one last thing about team, you're going to keep creating teams as you go. Because depending on your level of wealth and what you're doing, you're going to keep creating teams.
Okay.
Okay. So what do I mean by that? Okay, you want to go into commercial real estate. Now you need a real estate team.
Right.
You put them through the same vetting process. Right?
Yep.
And now your attorney can now talk to the other side. And now your team are sharing information on your behalf. And you're binding these things as you go.
Sure.
So you might as well start getting used to the idea of team because you're going to keep doing this for the rest of your life. And all money does, and makes it more of an emergency situation. Because if you don't do this, and you don't do it correctly, you're going to lose it. I think I remember there is a statistic, by the 3rd generation of wealth, 85% is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you wonder about what happened. So anyway, so that's my perspective on teams. I can't see the chat, so I don't know if people are asking any questions, or what do you think about it, Steve?
Well, I tell you, I am absolutely loving it, especially for the Group B. I think it's hugely important. I think there's going to be a lot of people there. Obviously, it's going to be, it's going to be tons of people in Group A, and they can kind of work through some stuff. But I think at the Group B is where you really have to level up your IQ in the financial space, because you want your level and ability to be able to vet is going to be hugely important. So I love the things that you shared there, especially the you want to be working with a fiduciary. That is without question, certified financial planners and the like there. Let me unblock someone here real quick. Someone said that Jackie 33 got blocked. What happened there? Oh, that was by mistake, I guess. How do I unblock? It doesn't say. Let me see something. Yeah, so I love that, man. I absolutely 100% love that. Let's see. I don't know how to unblock her, but I definitely do love that, man. I mean, I think that is ideal. And thank you for sharing that, because the thing that I think is most important is that you recognizing, DeepMind, that there are going to be three kind of, if you will, situations that we will find ourselves in the digital asset space, right? It's a big space. And so we most likely, they're going to fall into one of those three categories. I put them down as A, B, and C, but we're going to most likely fall into one of those, and then we probably will progress through some others, even if some people are going to be starting out as C and progressing into growing a team, right? We're still always going to be working through it.
Absolutely. So one note on fiduciaries and why that's important.
Sure.
So on the legal side of it, right?
Yep.
There are two ways you can be licensed as a financial planner, and that's under the FINRA, the regulatory authority, the financial industry,
mm-hmm.
and the SEC. Okay.
FINRA and who?
Now, and the SEC.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Now, if you are dealing with a planner that's strictly under FINRA, they don't have to be a fiduciary.
Okay.
They just go by those rules for FINRA.
Okay.
Right? With the SEC, they are bound by fiduciary. So part of your interview process is asking the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, are you registered with the SEC or with FINRA? And in some cases, some planners are registered with both.
Wow.
And you would really be in an ideal situation, right?
Sure.
So it's very important.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is important. That is very, very important. I got put in the corner. Jackie. Yeah, so that's a great question too. And speaking of great questions, you know, you share with me some really, really, really good stuff that we could share with the community. Let me make sure anyone, guys, do you guys have any questions at all from DeepMind? Put them in the chat for me. And if you do not, we're going to cover some questions that I think are important to help you in your vetting process as you look to put together a team.
Oh, one more note on the level one, right?
Yep.
At the very bare minimum, you need a will.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep.
Even if you only play with, 25, 50, 100,000.
Sure.
A will is very affordable, and it's the bare minimum, right? Okay. What should happen in case I die with some money left over? It should be without thought.
Yep.
So even on level one, even though you don't need the whole estate plan and whole, group dynamics of a full team,
mm-hmm.
for you, that is your bare minimum that you will need.
Absolutely. I like that. Yep, I like that. Yes, Mickey C, you did get that right, by the way. Guys, I got to tell you, this is outstanding stuff, and be able to get this. And obviously, since this is recorded, you'll be able to get back to this and be able to listen to this again. So important that we always remember and remind ourselves to be in wealth consciousness, to be constantly, acting and thinking and speaking and from a wealth consciousness perspective. And a huge part of that is putting together a team and understanding how important it is to put together a team, right? Vetting the team and asking the right questions, understanding that it is going to be uncomfortable in doing that, but you got to get used to it, because this is what it is, right? You are early in this digital asset space. We all are going to go, if we're blessed enough, we're all going to be going through a couple or three of these bull markets, right? And so we want to be prepared. And I think it's great that we can get prepared now, but understand that it is important to be prepared. Let me see if we got some questions here. All right, Matthew, I believe it is Petorella, said, how would we mention our assets on a nano in a will? Well, they probably want to ask the attorney about that, I would imagine. They probably will.
Oh, absolutely. And the reason why we can't even entertain the answer to that question is there's so many legalities, and You know, this stream literally can last for 24 hours. We might get through 10%.
Yeah.
To be quite frank with you, because here's think of it like this: you have asset. You let's say it's worth $1 million. Sitting on a hardware wallet in your closet, right?
Yep.
You're going to cash out. Now, you know, what state do you live in? Are you in a community property law state? Are you married? Are you in the process of getting married? Are you in the process of getting divorced? Right? Are you currently being sued? Right? Did you recently file bankruptcy? Why all these weird questions have anything to do with anything? Because the minute you withdraw from that exchange, right?
Yep.
You're creating transaction record.
Yep.
So before you do anything during this bull run or whatever bull run you're looking to cash out, before you do anything, okay, you might want to put your order in, cash it out to stablecoin, and leave it on the exchange, right?
Okay.
Before you withdraw that, seek legal counsel, because we don't know your situation, right? We have no clue. It is a general question. It's a good question, but it's unanswerable because it really depends on what's going on with you, what's pending with you, what has just happened with you, right? Yep. There's a lot to it. But it is a great question. That
is a great question. And I also like that you mentioned the fact about, you know, taking it from the nano, getting to the exchange and putting it in the stable coin, giving yourself, and now give yourself some time to get on the phone and get some of these questions asked. You can actually say,
and again, not withdraw from funds exchange without having a clear green flag being waved by your. You will know exactly how much, how many dollars are going to what account, when, right?
Yeah.
How. Do it, and you're just randomly, well, I just cash out and figure it out later. That's great, but you could have just blown an opportunity to save on some. A strategy did not come back and say, hey, this is the game plan. Right?
Yeah.
So again, you know, a clear mind, having a clear plan. What am I cashing out? How am I going to cash that out? And what am I going to? Who am I going to call? Right? Yeah. And literally write this down in a notebook. Like all the people, their contact information, emails, numbers, whatever. Have it organized. When the numbers are big and it's freaking out, envisioning, you know, Mai Tais on the beach, and you know, you're not going to be able to find that.
Exactly right. So, guys, just want to recap a little. So, question. Yeah. Who? When? First talking. Can't talk. Right? You have not put one. Can't talk. So important. Do not take it off the exchange until you have a clear plan on what you're going to do with that. You got to have that plan, guys. It just is. Listen, this is not. This is unlike anything perhaps that you've ever been in this position before. But understand that this space is so new. It is the biggest winning space in the history of financial spaces. So you have got to be prepared, because this is not going to be the first bull run that you're going to go through. So you want to be prepared now. Your team, there is no greater respect that you're going to get from your team than them when you go into them as prepared as humanly possible. Easy. If they're that team. tick.
I can confirm your statements. Absolutely. You call a professional. You are prepared. Ask good questions. On your homework. You're not going to be an expert. You're smart enough to know what you want to know. People see that and they treat you differently. Believe me, they respect you and they're going to really want your business. Why? Because you're going to be a great client. You're not going to need to over-explain something. Be efficient. You're going to be smart. You're going to love working. Those who snub you or don't return your call, that's great. I'm glad I know now, right? That's right. Got you out of the way. You're off my list. And let me share two quick resources, right?
Sure.
Trust, but verify. So we need to check and make sure our license is active. I tell you how I have known of attorneys who had careers. It happens all the time. In your state where you live, you can literally go to the state bar, right? Or state bar association. When you get to these websites, search that attorney's name. Now, if that attorney does not show up in any result, he is not licensed to practice.
Oh, wow. Hey, DeepMind, hold on 1 second. They're saying that the sound is not on. Let me see what's going on here. Why would there not be any sound? Hold on. It's the speakers, I'm sure. Yeah, Miss Crypto Seeds just came in. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. They said it's back now. They said it is back now. Can you go over that part again about trust but verify?
Yes, absolutely. So as you become more responsible for wealth, please try to memorize this phrase, right? It's not mine. I just loved it and I stole it.
Yep.
Trust but verify. So as you're doing your due diligence with these professionals, right? So you're speaking with attorney, you might want to handle your estate planning. Great, wonderful. So in the state you live in, you can type in. So if you live in New York City or New York State, you can say in Google, New York State Bar Association. So whatever state you live in.
Yep.
When you get to the website, you can run a search. And you put that attorney's name in that search box. If there are no results for that attorney, then they're not licensed to practice law. Regardless of how fancy the office may be, how smooth talking the person may come across, they're not legally licensed to practice in your state.
Wow. Okay.
So you can trust what they say up front, but go back to verify.
Okay. I love it. Trust but verify. Got it.
Trust but verify. Okay, great. His license or her license is active. I still want to know, have they ever gotten into trouble? Right?
No.
So in your state, again, you can search for New York Attorney Discipline Board.
Okay.
And there, depending on where you live, someone might answer the phone. It might be a prompt system. It might be an online situation. In any event, the process is the same. You can request a report, whether it's by verbal or they might mail it to you or email it. Hey, I have attorney John Smith at such and such firm. I need to know, has he ever been disciplined for any sort of issues while he was in practicing law? Malpractice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you ask the professional, and they said, no, I've never gotten in trouble, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. I trust you, but now I'm going to go verify. Now, that service is free. You don't pay anything for that, and you can request that information anonymously.
Okay.
You don't need to give a name or anything.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So it's two things, right? So the second one is, you can go to the New York Attorney Discipline Board and you can request a report on such and such attorney. And where was the first place that you could go to trust to verify about the license being active?
Yeah, so that's the State Bar Association.
Okay.
And both of these organizations are in every state. So you just Google with your state in the beginning search, right?
Okay. Got it.
So it's the State Bar Association to check their license, and the Attorney Discipline Board to see if they've ever gotten into trouble.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Very important.
Very important. Okay. Excellent. I love that, man. I love that. That's just Be Free says this is the best info ever. They say this is a great stream besides, in spite of Crypto Siege's technical audio issues. Oh, man. Let's see what else we got going on here. Sounds better. Your mic gain is probably tripping and dropping levels. Yeah, I have to check that. OBS thing is just something sometimes, I tell you what. But yeah, this is great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. Let me see if I can find a couple of questions. Guys, throw some questions in the chat if you have any questions. I know somebody asked something that I thought was really good. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Miss Crypto Siege came running in here. The sound is on. The sound is no good. Let's see here. Siege has the number. I was told you to take the noise down.
Oh, also, while you're doing that, Siege, there are 100 different variables, right, or more, in everyone's individual situation. But I do want to say, if you are in the process of considering marriage or are currently engaged to another person, right?
Yeah.
Again, part of your clarity is understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was to withdraw this without legal counsel, and I'm living in a particular state,
mm-hmm.
right? And depending on how long I've been cohabitating with this person,
mm-hmm.
are they entitled to half of my asset?
Yep.
So again, there's so many variables, and this is why it's so important to get a team together now to ask these questions to better prepare ourselves, right? For whatever level it's in.
Yeah. Yep. I love that. So here's one of the questions. Eli asked, what should I be looking for in a good accountant and lawyer, since this will be my first time looking for some?
Okay, so that's a great question. Personally, me, I don't really, I would not feel comfortable dealing with a sole proprietor CPA.
Okay.
Because part of what I do for a living is really about compliance, right? Mm-hmm. It's really about risk management and understanding what could happen, what can go wrong, mm-hmm. right? So some of the issues with a sole proprietor CPA, he may or she may be brilliant, experienced, what have you, but there are some big issues here. One is security.
Okay.
If you're renting a small office space in the town and, you just have one key to your front door and you get a break-in, now they're going to buy files, right? So mm-hmm. what security level do you have? Mm-hmm. And then you have the internal security issues. Well, I've got one secretary and she knows everything that I do. Well, mm-hmm. I don't know that secretary.
Right.
What's protecting me, right? Or you might just get drunk one night and try to do my taxes. Mm-hmm. So dealing with a firm, you have levels of compliance, okay. Levels of people needing to check off and say, yes, this is correct. It can move to the next stage. You have people who check other people's work, right?
Yes.
People who have a lot to lose, right? You have levels of compliance and management. And more importantly, they can sustain a lawsuit. So if they ever did anything wrong and I sue them, I can recoup. Mm. If I sue John Smith, CPA, in the corner, and he just files bankruptcy, I'm done. right?
Right.
So again, I would never, me personally, use a sole proprietor, right? I would much rather try to find as many professionals under one roof. And that roof better be substantial. It better be very experienced, right? This firm better be around for a while. I don't need a startup, right?
Yeah.
I need people who've been doing this for a very long time. And I need layers of management. I need some bureaucracy. It sounds strange, but I need to know that there are people watching.
Mm-hmm. I hear you, bro. Guys. That is great stuff. DeepMind. I got to tell you, this is invaluable information, bro. It's so important, and we're blessed to be able to have you to be able to contribute to this channel and share your wealth of knowledge from personal experience. I know that is hugely important as well, not from just reading something online. So that is significant, man. Listen, I'm going to let you go, but I definitely appreciate you taking the time to share with the community, and hopefully we'll be able to get you on for some more Wealth Wednesdays so that we can, kind of gain some more of your knowledge and get this out to the people on this channel, man. It's been absolutely great, brother. I appreciate everything.
Hey, thanks for having me on, CJ. I appreciate it. Keep doing great work, brother. You're really adding a lot of value to the community, and thank you for everything that you do.
All right, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. We'll talk again offline, brother.
All right, no problem.
All right, man. Have a good night. Guys, whoa, was that not absolutely outstanding? I'm sorry, guys. I took 2 pages of notes. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention. And Miss Crypto Siege, I didn't even know she was listening in on the stream. She didn't come and tell me until she must have saw 20 comments in the chat. I saw one person say Siege is not paying attention. So I apologize for that, guys. Yeah, I was just taking notes. Guys, I got to tell you, this is absolutely outstanding stuff. Yes, thanks DeepMind for sharing. Spanish Fly said that. Absolutely. It was really, really good. Great stuff. Thank you, DeepMind. It was really, really good. They're loving it. Staff Sergeant is so funny. Yeah, absolutely right. He's a brilliant dude, Matthew. That is correct. DM is a brilliant dude. Jackie33 says, thank you, DeepMind. John Edwards says, a Lister Siege. Yeah, so thanks, great info, says Billionaire H. Really good, right? Richard Griffith says, thank you, helpful knowledge. Yes, sudden wealth syndrome. Yeah. So really, really good stuff, guys. I hope you appreciate it. This dude he's really, really smart guy, and he's a giving guy, right? And I think that's so important, right? For us in our house, we just truly believe the secret to living is giving, right? And so really, really good dude to call in and take the time out of his busy schedule to share some information. So absolutely outstanding stuff. I mean, for me, I never even thought about the idea of, when you're looking into the CPAs or the attorneys, whatever, don't go that sole proprietor route. They never thought about that, because a lot of times you're doing, for us, right? We're entrepreneurs, right? We like to do a lot of business with other entrepreneurs. And a lot of times it's a 1 or 2 person show, right? Because we want to be able to do business with them, have them do business with us. When we're talking about the gains that we're talking about here, in the digital asset space over this bull run and the next couple or 3 bull runs, he makes a very, very interesting point. Robert Westberg says, going with a firm is the gold of this stream. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were swindled by a sole proprietor manager when they first hit it big. Wow. I didn't know that. Isn't that interesting? Thanks for sharing that, Robert. Wow. That is very, very interesting. When Muller says trust but verify, most advisors and salesmen are salesmen and will earn commissions on their recommendation. Absolutely 10,000% correct. Spanish Fly says, I would have never thought of that being an issue. Yeah, think about that too. What a great point to say, when it comes chance that I may have to sue, All right, DeepMind, take care, brother. Thank you again, man. We really appreciate it. It was absolutely golden stuff, brother. Think about that. What happens if you have to? It gets to some point where you may have to take some type of legal action and sue. The person might not, right? They can file bankruptcy and be done. Great, great, great points, guys. So I love the way he broke it down into 3 different types of places we might be. You never know what that might be. You might fit into the first, right? Limited resources. You're just getting new, just getting started in the digital asset space, and you haven't had an opportunity yet to acquire, so much digital assets, whether it be XRP or other ones. And you want to take kind of the baby steps and kind of work that in, right? And so someone asked, where can I find someone to do a will, right? I mean, there's LegalZoom is one. I recommend something called Legal Shield to get your foot in the door with working with attorneys. I really recommend Legal Shield. All you have to do is Google Legal Shield near me. It's going to come with tons of people there who can sell you, give you access to the service, okay? And it is a service that you pay monthly. It's I think it's anywhere from $21 to $26 a month for the service, but it does give you access to a law firm. It gives you access to a law firm where you can call and get questions answered. You can get your will done. They can help you along that journey in preparing yourself for things to look out for, what to not look out for, these type of things like that. And so Robert Westberg says at Crypto Seeds, I have a Legal Shield and use it often. Very good for just bouncing ideas off an attorney. Robert Westberg, another sharp guy with a big time background as well, guys. Yep. And so that's the one, like that. We use it all the time. Legal Shield. I recommend it because it gives you access to a law firm, and not just an attorney, but a law firm. Okay, but you can you can ask different questions, right? So there's going to be an attorney there that knows about estate planning. There's going to be, more than likely, there's going to be an attorney there that can, or two that can help you with the will, get that will put through, get that will done. There is going to be an attorney there that's going to help with the health, right? Your health issues and the long-term health, and what happens afterwards. All of those different things, because it's a law firm, and that's really huge and important. And again, for 26 or 27 bucks a month, is invaluable to have the access, right? It's really, really invaluable. Now, do they cover stuff like tickets and all that stuff? Yes, they do. But they also cover audit stuff in case you get audited. I find that service to be invaluable. So that's a good place. Just Google Legal Shield representative near me or Legal Shield associate near me, Legal Shield associate near me, and you'll be able to find that. So that's a good place to start. I hope you guys found this information to be very, very valuable for you. I'm so excited about Wealth Wednesdays and what we're going to be able to do. And I love the fact that this is something that we can learn together. We can prepare together, because it's not about the exit strategy as you found out tonight, right? It's about your wealth strategy. Guys. So if you didn't catch it all, try to listen to the replay again. Any questions before I get off? Something that you thought you might have missed? Because I took tons of notes. I know we had some sound issues, so I could take like 5 minutes to cover any questions that you thought DeepMind was going into a particular subject, but it cut off. Derek P says, thank you very much, DeepMind. Love your work, brother. Absolutely. I'll let him know, Derek P. I appreciate that. LJ Studio said, great show. Thank you, LJ. Anything that you think of that kind of came through in the conversation that might have been missed? Matthew, you're welcome, bro. You're absolutely welcome. When Muller says, I see you, shout out to DeepMind's daughter, Aria. Okay. Shout out to Aria. That's one of our favorite hotels in Vegas. John Edwards says, amazing. Staff Sergeant Marine says, Siege, learning has occurred tonight for my entire bloodline. Thank you. You're welcome, brother. You're absolutely welcome. John Edwards, that's a great point. It's about managing your money so it looks after you and for generations to come. That is exactly right. So any kind of subject that he might have went into where it kind of started cutting out or anything, because again, I took 2 pages of notes here, so I might be able to find it. Tyson Bailey says, our lawyers. Yes, absolutely. The great thing about Legal Shield is, they're kind of they're on your side, right? And so that's important. You want to have a team of people behind you on your side looking for you to get the win, not the other people on the other side. So that's important. I highly recommend it. I'm not an associate, so I'm not trying to sell you any of their services, but definitely Google Legal Shield associate near me. Hugely important. Anything at all before I get off here? Mickey C said at Crypto Siege, this live is going to take your channel to another level. Oh, thank you, Mickey C. I hope so. Because that is the goal. Oh, okay. Maybe there is a way I can do that. That's a good idea, Staff Sergeant. That is a good idea. Jonathan Vincent, lawyers are key. It really, really is, because they bring up stuff that you probably haven't thought about. You know what I mean? That you probably haven't thought about, and that's important. It really, really is important. Oh, yeah. So Zofin.com, that's a really, really good one. And again, that's one you can call up and kind of tell them your situation, and they can begin to, they got the list of people that have been vetted, and probably more so in your area. And you can begin that process, guys. Begin that process of putting a team together. So important. I recommend and encourage you to walk in wealth consciousness, right? You have to act as if, right? Right? You have to call those things that be not as though they were. And this is part of that. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, maybe on the next stream I will do that, Wimmo, at Google Doc. Okay. That is absolutely great. John Ezra says, just one more thing before I go. I love this space and everyone in it. God bless. Siege. Great blog once again. Later, everyone. Thank you, John Edwards. I appreciate that, brother. Have a great night, my friend. Thank you, Wimmo. That's a great idea. That is absolutely a great idea. Siege said, I copied and pasted Robert's idea. Perfect. Yeah, that would be good. So I'll be able to put that in there and put that in and have that for you guys for the next couple of streams, so you have it, because I did take some really good notes without question, and I think it's so important. I didn't even know about the FINRA and the SEC, right? Asking if they're registered with FINRA and the SEC. Wow, good stuff. Good stuff, guys. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to give some shout outs before I get off here. Tyson Bailey, I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Eli, it's always great to see you in the stream, brother. Win Mullet, appreciate you being here and all the work that you do for the channel, my brother. Robert Westberg, thank you so much for being here, dude. John Edwards, thanks for hanging out. Be free, appreciate you being here. Staff Sergeant of Marines, as always, appreciate you, bro. M. Evans, thanks for hanging out today, bro. XRP Lava, hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you being here. 416 Crypto, thanks for so much, bro. You do an excellent job, my friend, at handling the stream and handling this channel as a mod. I appreciate that. Frog in the Well, appreciate you being here, bro. Jonathan Vincent, appreciate you. Let's see, who else we got here? Jackie 33, I appreciate you being here, miss. Jackie 33 says, thank you, Steve. I still love you, even though you put me on lockdown. I don't know how I did that. That's so crazy. I appreciate you being here as always, miss. Let's see what else we got going on here. Matthew, thanks for hanging out, brother. E-Man, appreciate you being here on the stream tonight. Derek P, thanks for hanging out, man. I'm sure you got some great stuff from DeepMind. LJ Studio, I appreciate you being here tonight, man. My friend, I should say. Well, Synetic as always. Appreciate you hanging out, my friend. Billionaire H, man. I hope you got some good stuff tonight, bro. Appreciate you being here. Spanish Fly, appreciate you hanging out tonight, miss. XRP Lava, XRP USA, thanks for hanging tonight. I hope you got some really good stuff out of tonight's stream. What else we got? Who else? Charlie G, appreciate you hanging tonight, my friend. Richard Griffin, as always, appreciate you hanging, my friend. 1-1. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. I hope you got some good stuff from DeepMind. It was outstanding. Scott P, Crypto Delivery, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate that. Chavo Mofo, thanks for hanging out, my friend. Klaus Johnson, how about that? I appreciate you being here. Klaus? Oh, Klaus? Crypto Delivery, I said that. XRP Harlem, thanks so much for hanging out. Scott P, thanks for hanging tonight, man. I hope you got some good stuff tonight from DeepMind. XRP Harlem, thanks for hanging out tonight. Sam_Beckett, appreciate you being here. This laptop is just something. Just sound just goes out for no reason. Legendary, appreciate you hanging out, my friend. Monk Studio, good to see you tonight, my friend. Who else we got? Who else we got? Monk Studio, I love that name. The Bullish CEO. Wow, appreciate you hanging out, my friend. Hope you guys didn't leave after that crazy sound mishap. TJ Jackson, as always, appreciate you hanging out. D's nuts. I appreciate you being here, D's nuts. Who else we got? Who else we got? Spanish Fly was trying to let me know about the sound going out. I'm so busy taking notes, I didn't even know. Even Crypto Delivery. So I apologize for that, guys. That was crazy. Victor P, thanks for hanging, my friend. Everybody was trying to tell me about the sound. I don't know why Miss Crypto C's didn't come in sooner, but Steve Stevenson, how about that? Thanks for hanging out tonight, my friend. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this stream like I do all of my streams and remind you of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.
You done?
Yes.
Guess what? So I took my test today for the driver's ed thing.
Yes.
Guess what I got?
What?
An 86.
Nice.
That was the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what I got the second time?
90.
A 96.
96?
I missed 2 questions.
Oh, nice. You're getting it. You're getting the habit of the questions and how they're asking it. It's like you can read a few words and be like, oh, yeah, I know what this question is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love it. Good. I love that.
Mm-hmm.